What's up, MTG Arena fans? I'm Mason Ortiz, and this is my channel, MTG Budget Brew. My goal is to provide fun and interesting decks on a budget. And to make my decks budgets, I limit myself by only using a total of 4 rare/mythic cards in a deck, so a playset's worth. As you can see, I'm playing with no hands. Fancy. Today's deck is built around the card Body of Research. 3 green and 3 blue for a sorcery that says create a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature token, put X plus and plus counters on it, where X is the number of cards in your library. So, our plan is to cast Body of Research, right? Make a really big fractal. And it's usually somewhere in like the 30-30 to 40-40-ish range by the time we cast Body of Research. And from there, we're going to fling it. We're going to fling it at our opponent's face. Fling is 1 in a red for an instant that says, as an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice a creature. Fling deals damage equal to the sacrificed creature's power to any target. So, like I said, fractal, usually pretty big. And flinging that at your opponent's face is usually enough for a game. Our only main concern is like kind of life gain decks, but I haven't come across any yet that have gone more than like 40-ish life by the time we got our combo out. So that's pretty good. Let's see. So I said that we only use 4 rares in our deck, right? We're only using one of our rare slots for Body of Research. We only have a single copy of it in the deck, and that is because we are running a full playset of Solve the Equation. It is 2 in a blue for a sorcery that says, search your library for an instant or sorcery card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. So it's a tutor for Body of Research. And by having 4 Solve the Equations and 1 Body of Research in the deck, it's really more like we have 5 Bodies of Research in our deck. So that means that we still have 3 rare slots available to us, and all of them are going to Fable of the Mirror Breaker. It is a super powerful card that sees a lot of play in Standard right now because it's really good. It's super cool, and I've only started playing with it more recently. But it's an enchantment saga for 2 in a red. First part says create a 2/2 red Goblin Shaman creature token with whenever it attacks, create a treasure token, which is very important for our deck, and I'll go over that a little bit more in a sec. Second part says you may discard up to 2 cards. If you do, draw that many cards. And it's good for us because we're trying to dig for our 2 combo pieces, right? Because we are a 2-card combo deck, really. The Body of Research and the Fling. That's what we need to win. And then third part, you exile the saga and then return to the battlefield transformed under your control. Becomes a 2/2 that you can pay 1 and tap it, create a token that's a copy of another target non-legendary creature you control. Except it has haste, sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. That part doesn't really matter for our deck. But yes, so like I said, Body of Research, it is 3 green and 3 blue to cast. That's already a little bit tricky, but to use Body of Research and Fling in the same turn, we need a total of 8 mana. 8. 3 has to be blue, 3 has to be green. Yes. And then 1 of those has to be red. So we have 7 mana that has to be a specific color, and the 8th mana can be whatever it wants. But like it's all a bit tricky. So to help us get this, to help get our mana right, we have a lot of mana fixing in the form of treasures, and I love using treasures. So we're running cards like Prosperous Innkeeper, Fable of the Mirror Breaker makes us treasures. We have Seize the Spoils, we have Jewel Thief, and we also have Big Score. We got a lot of cards that can make us treasures. And to also help with mana fixing, we're running a full set of Cultivate. And let's see, what else? Oh, and to help us survive a little bit in the early game, we've got, again, Prosperous Innkeeper can gain us life whenever a creature enters the battlefield under our control. We don't have a ton, but there's a little bit of life gain there. And we also have Kazandu Nectarpot and A-Druid Class. Both of those gain us life whenever a land enters the battlefield under our control. And let's see. After that, all that's left is our mana base. Our mana base is 3 islands, 6 mountains, 11 forests, and 4 evolving wilds because we have no turn 1 plays. And as you can see in the gameplay right now, that's the combo. That's how the deck works. And I will see you guys in some live matches. All right, here we are in game number 1. I hope you guys enjoyed the intro. It's something new that I'm trying out. And yeah, again, I hope it worked for you guys. More recently, I've been trying to combine explaining the deck and also playing it during my first match. And I kind of feel like by trying to do both, my focus was really split, right? And I feel like it kind of just led to me doing both things poorly. Both playing the match poorly, making a little more misplays and stuff, and then also maybe not explaining the deck as well as I would like. Yeah. So I tried something different. I recorded a game beforehand, one that, showed off what the deck is trying to do. And then I just recorded me going over the deck list afterwards. Dude, this guy needs to leave my hand alone. I think I have to keep the big score. I guess we ditched the Jewel Thief. Our opponent is being a real pain in the ass right now. Play the mountain so I can discard the forest, I guess. And we can swing Kazandu Nectarpot. Yeah, so I'm still trying to figure out how I want to do my intros. I'm hoping that this will be the format that I like the most and that I can just stick with it. Okay, and see, now we're going to ditch the forest. Please just let me keep the big score. Let me keep something, dude. They swing at us, we'll block. Find Fling, which we don't want to discard. But he's probably going to make us discard anyway, right? We're going to pass. Yeah, so again, I hope you guys enjoyed it because, yeah, I don't know. I want my intro to be interesting, a little bit engaging, and then also just different from what everyone else does, right? Because everyone, they just go into, you know, the deck building part of Arena. They pull up their list, they talk about the deck, and yeah. And then they hop into their matches. And I just feel like it'd be a little more entertaining, you know, be a little easier to grasp people's attention if gameplay is just already going on. Alright, our opponent makes a sack a creature, no big deal. We still have our big score in hand, which is surprising and very, very good. So we're going to use big score here. We're going to ditch the Seize the Spoils. I think this is going to be a really tough match because we're a combo deck. Like, us having to discard cards from our hand is really, really bad. Because what happens if we get our combo pieces? Like right now, we have a Fling in hand. And our opponent's just like, hey, let me take a quick peek. Oh, that's a Fling. Let's get rid of that. You won't be needing that to this game. Or they do the same thing with like our Body of Research. It would be way, way worse. Because we only have the one of. They just played Phyrexian Obliterator. Real strong, real scary. We don't have any creatures on our board. So we won't have to sack anything, really. At least we shouldn't have to. From here, I honestly think that we have to big score. Do I big score ditching the mountain? I think I'm going to play the mountain so that we can keep our treasures. And I'm going to get rid of Druid Class. They have 3 cards in hand. They haven't made us discard yet. Maybe we'll get lucky and they just don't have any more discard effects in their hand. And like I said, maybe we'll get lucky and find Body of Research like off the top. But yeah, that's another thing that I liked about not trying to record the gameplay while also going over the deck. Dude, we were so close. We literally needed one more turn to live. Why are these so big? Its power is equal to 1 plus the number of card types among cards in your opponent's graveyards. Why do I have so many different types in my graveyard? That's nuts. We're gonna lose, but I'll play it out. Just so I can talk for a little bit more. We're in Evolving Wilds. We'll go grab another island, sure. Solve the equation. Go grab the Body of Research. Oh, man. Even if we just had one more mana, I could at least cast Body of Research. No, we're still dead in the air. But yeah, at least I can consistently have, like, again, a good first game to show you guys while I'm explaining the deck. Rather than playing a match and then maybe, like, I'm trying to record the intro. My opponent's like a mono-red aggro deck, and I lose on turn 4. You know, that doesn't give me a lot of time to explain the deck. And, well, that's game 1. We took a loss. We were really close. We were 1 turn away, but it is what it is. It happens. So I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, here we are in another match. Opening hand is honestly looking fire, dude. We can use the Evolving Wilds turn 1 to go grab an island so that we can use our Solve the Equation to go find Body of Research. We've already got Fling in hand. That's good, too. That's very good. Got Cultivate for more ramp and mana fixing. I'm feeling confident about this match. I think it'll go well. If you guys are here and you're watching this video, I appreciate you, and I want to say thank you for being here because the channel's been making numbers, dude. It's been making moves out here. All right, it was only like 2 weeks ago that I made that I did a giveaway. Here I'm gonna grab a forest and an island because we don't need any more red sources. We only need 1 to make our combo work, right? Yeah, it was only like 2 weeks ago that I was doing a giveaway for 100 subs. It's been, again, like 2 weeks, and I'm at 126 subscribers right now. Like, that's huge. That's I know it's not like a really big number to gain, but the time frame that I gained it is like a lot relative to the size of my channel. You know what I'm saying? That's a 25% increase in channel size in 2 weeks. And it took me, you know, several months to get the first 100. Like, it's nuts. It's crazy. So I want to say thank you guys for being here. And again, I hope you guys are enjoying the content. I love making it, and I really do want to try and make this like a full-time career, and that would be, I just think it'd be really fun. It'd be awesome. So let's see. We're going to big score here. Ditch the mountain, because again, we don't need 2 of them. Do I cultivate? We could. Normally I try to hold on to our treasures, right? But if I'm using it for cultivate, I think that's fine. Because we can grab our last island, which means we don't need the treasures as much. And our last forest. The last forest that we need. And no attacks. Okay, we're looking at like a 2-turn clock right now. Next turn, we solve the equation, grab our body of research. Turn after that, win the game. Do I need to hit any more land drops? 6, 7, no, we're fine. We have 6 lands on the field. We do need to live. I can't forget about that. Our opponent's kind of swinging a lot of damage here. What do I do? What do I do? Do I take all of these? How much damage is that? 5, 8, 10. Oh my god, we're going down to 8. Okay. It's a little bit scary. Can we live? I need to solve the equation, that's for sure. Land. Jewel Thief. Can I Fable the Mirror Breaker here? We created 2/2. But if we create the 2/2, we have only 7 mana. And if the 2/2 dies, we cannot Body of Research and Fling in the same turn. I think we just have to say go and hope that we live. Yeah, our opponent's playing Ginny Fae, which is really strong. You know, if you would create 1 or more tokens, you may instead create that many 2/2 green cats creature tokens with haste, or that many 3/1 green dog creature tokens with vigilance. And speaking of dogs, you want to see my dog Cookie? Of course you do. Come here, baby girl. Oh god, that's a human creature token. Come here. Wake up. Yeah, wake up, you lazy bum. Come here. Come on, Cookie. Come say hello to everyone. Everyone wants to see you, because you're my pretty girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Alright, Cookie. We're down to 9 life. I don't think we're gonna win, Cookie. I think we just died, which is honestly a bummer. I need to get some wins in this game, dude. We were just 1 mana short again. I could have cast the Body of Research, and I don't think the deck has a lot of removal. So I could have used that as a blocker. Let's see. Most damage I can block, I guess, is here and here, right? But yeah, that's still just game. Oh, that's such a bummer, man. Well, that's awkward. But I'll see you guys in game 4, and it will be a win. Alright, opening hand looks good, and I was feeling real good about last game too, though, so who knows how it's gonna go. Man, this is not making the deck look good. This isn't a competitive deck by any means. Again, we're kind of just trolling out here. But at the beginning of the day, like, the win rates when I first hopped on, the win rate for the deck was good. Like, better than it should have been. I was 7-3 with the deck. And I'm sure I built this while streaming, which means that I was doing real good on that stream. But I have tanked the win rate. Today, what? I am 1-5 with the deck today. Jesus, dude, I have absolutely destroyed any chance of this deck having a good win rate. I think I want to solve the equation early this time. I don't know if it matters, but that's what I'm going to go with. And we'll swing for 1. Not that it really should matter. Ooh, opponent's playing wastes. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, if you guys see this match, that means we win. Spoiler alert, but it means we win. I'm not trying to show like 4 losses in a row or 3, because that's just boring. And again, it doesn't make the deck look good. Let's see. What am I doing this turn? Probably just cultivating, right? Yeah, we can just cultivate here. Honestly, could just grab double island. Yeah, that seems fine. Swing in for another one. Our opponents, they're going really slow. They're playing a colorless deck. Like, actually a colorless deck. Maybe. It feels like they're running a colorless deck because of the waste. But then why do they have Chromatic Lantern, right? Is this just to be a mana rock? Because there are better colorless mana rocks. And then Gilded Lotus is add 3 mana of any one color. Okay, this explains it. Ichor Moon Gauntlet. Planeswalkers you control have 0 ability, proliferate, and a -12. Take an extra turn after this one. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, choose a counter on target permanent, an additional counter of that kind on that permanent. Okay. Well, their hand is empty. It looks like they're fairly set up. Oh, thank God. There's a Karn that doesn't let us use treasures, but it's not this one. Right? No, yeah, we're fine. Yeah, so I don't know how scared we need to be. They don't have any draw. What does this say? -1, pay any amount of mana. Look at top cards for. Look at that many cards from the top of your library, then put one of those cards in your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Okay, I don't think our game plan is going to change at all. I think we just Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Because we need 1 more mana, right? Yeah, we need 1 more mana. And we just say go. Okay, so we need this guy to live, or we need to draw 1 more land, and then we can combo. What did our opponent play? A land? Is that it? We're chilling. We got it. It's in the bag. Well, we'll see. We'll see if I'm eating my words in a sec. We'll see what they grab off of Karn. Okay, any amount of mana. Look at that many cards from the top of your library. Do I get to know how much they paid? No? Well, I did just there. Oh, okay, they were selecting their X cost. Mystic Forge. That's pretty horrifying. That's a really good one to get. We'll see if our opponent pops off before we get the chance to. Dude, if we lose by just being 1 turn slow again, I'm going to be pissed. Again, you guys won't see the match anyway, but I would have been pissed. Okay, we can discard up to 2 cards. Sure, let's discard 2 flings. We only need the 1. Our opponent has no cards in hand. Let's see, I'm going to go to combat. Get our treasure. Now, my original deck list, it was using Thud, because that would mean that our combo only required 7 mana instead of 8. Because Thud does the same thing as Fling, but for a single red. But it's at sorcery speed, and that means that we can't react to removal from our opponent. So I needed to go with Fling. So, like, if I play Body of Research right now, and we're going against, like, a black deck with removal, right? In response, we could Fling, sacking our thing, and we're still fine. But I can't do that with Thud. So I thought Fling is the safer option, even though it requires 1 more mana. And, yeah, that should be game. What response do you have? Take the 42. It's easy, dude. Alright, here we are in another match. We're going to keep the opening hand. It'll do. Our opponent is mulliganing a lot. Hell yeah, got him. Wasn't even worried. All right, we're just gonna roll into it, into the next match. But I will take that. I will take that dub because we were struggling today. Again, like I said, the win rate for the deck was nuts. I was 7-3 when I started the day. Right now I'm 10-9. Like it's not great. Yes, because I took another loss that you guys didn't see. It was a really close match against Life Gain. But they had a Solemnity. They were a Selesnya enchantment deck, and they got Solemnity out on the field, which meant that as soon as I played my Fractal, it died because it entered as a 0/0. Solemnity prevents counters from being put on anything, so it didn't get its +1/+1 counters, and it died immediately, and it made me really sad. because I hadn't even thought about that. But now I know if I see a Solemnity, I just scoop. This deck loses just to that card. That is a hard counter to us. Yeah, I don't know what I was gonna talk about earlier, but I think earlier I mentioned. Oh, I did mention my stream earlier. That yeah, I like to stream my deck building because deck building is my favorite part of Magic, right? But oh yeah, I was gonna talk about yesterday. Yesterday I had a stream, and it kind of got away from me. This video was supposed to be made and recorded yesterday. Excuse me, but that did not happen because I streamed, and the point of the stream was to try and help people with some deck lists. There's a guy on my TikTok, because I do have a TikTok. I don't need you to go follow it. If you're here on YouTube, that's all that matters. YouTube's gonna be the moneymaker. Hopefully. In the near future. We're like a 10th of the way there. Easy day. But yeah, there's a guy on my TikTok. He asked me to make a budget, not a budget. He asked me to make a life gain deck. But obviously, I'm Budget Brew. I'm gonna make a budget version of a life gain deck. And so I made a mono white life gain deck. I already had a deck list ready, actually. I was gonna do a video on it, and I just hadn't gotten around to it. So that was cool. It saved me a lot of time. I already had the deck list ready. We're gonna get rid of Kazandu Nectarpot and maybe a forest. Sure. We're gonna draw 2 cards. They're okay. We're gonna Prosperous Innkeeper, forest, grab a Jewel Thief, and we're gonna swing with both, getting us another treasure. Sick. Yeah, and then the second part of the stream, I was trying to help a fan from YouTube, Gaming with Kentuckian JD. You may have seen him lurking around in the comments and such. He's a big supporter of the channel, and I appreciate him a lot. And yeah, I was helping try to make a deck list for him. And then this third person from YouTube, named Blaze, he asked for some help with not a budget deck, but an Eerie Ultimatum deck. It was the first time I've built a non-budget in a while. So I'm not gonna lie, I was struggling a bit, and struggling to make just that deck concept in general work. It was rough. But anyway, the time really got away from me, and I ended up streaming for like 4.5 hours before I realized, well, all that time had passed. And yeah, it was super late by the time I was done, so I was like, yeah, this ain't happening. I'm not making a video today. I can't. I'm dying. It was like 9 o'clock, and I still hadn't eaten dinner yet. My poor dog, Cookie, poor little baby, he's over here starving because I didn't feed her dinner yet either. She had a late dinner. Yeah, it was a lot of fun though. It was a ton of fun having people there because I wasn't expecting really anyone to be in my stream because, well, honestly, yeah, I just wasn't expecting anyone to be there, and they're a little bit more. Just so that I can potentially get content and or just make my videos ready, right? How much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. Yo, we can actually get the combo off. Yeah, it was really nice having people again, though. I used to stream on Twitch when I first started, right? I've moved away from Twitch. I've already given up on that. I streamed for a couple months there, and I was putting in a lot of hours. Only ended up with like 17 followers. And I was like, nah, it ain't worth it. And then I saw a YouTube video that said, it's not worth it. Get into the streaming scene on YouTube. And I was like, you know what? This sounds like a plan for me. So I did that. And again, it was just really nice having people to interact with during the stream. And boom, we got the combo off. Auto pay, sack our fractal. And so if you guys happen to see me streaming and or want help with a deck list, feel free to either message me under any of these videos. I'll get the notification, and or hop into the stream, join us. It was a blast. We had like, I think at one point we had like 3 or 4 people. One of which was Rooker. I've mentioned him a couple times on the channel. He's also a really big fan of mine, which I appreciate. He also has a YouTube channel here, and yeah, it was really nice chatting with him again while streaming. Even though I didn't notice that there were people in the stream for a little bit. But that's another dub. I'll see you guys in the next match. All right, guys, here we are in the final match. Opening hand is solid. We're gonna Evolving Wilds, crack that bad boy. We're gonna go grab a mountain and pass. Yeah, later today I've got I think there's 2 shorts that I want to make after I finish editing this video. I need to make so I've been making a very small series of my top 5 budget cards in every color. So I need to make the next color for that. I think I'm going to start with Fable the Mirror Breaker. I need to make another color for that. I think I've already done green, white, and blue. So I need to do black and red still. So I need to do one of those tonight. And then I am going to make a short just going over the budget mono white deck list that I made for my TikTok fan. We're going to ditch 2 flings here. Easy day. Yes. And then in the near future, I will be making a video about the mono white deck list. In fact, maybe I do hold off then. Maybe I hold off on the shorts. Maybe I make that video tomorrow and then the short. That's probably a better plan. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just making one short tonight. Easy day, easy day. Let's see. Looking real good out here, dude. We're looking solid. Gain a life. We're gonna solve the equation. Grab our body of research. And we'll just pass. Oh, hello, Cookie. How much mana are we at? 3, 6, 7. We need to find 1 more mana, but Jewel Thief will make us another treasure, and that'll be 8. Now, our opponent definitely has removal in their deck, and black is they're just the best at removal. They are. We got a lot of 2-drop removal spells, all of which are really strong, really powerful. And this is exactly why, again, we're running Fling, so that if they target our body of research with a removal spell in response, fling it before they can kill it. Easy day. Alright, so Jewel Thief here. Yeah, this is gonna be the final match. If our opponent somehow manages to steal it away from us, I'll still leave it in. I'll go Druid Class. We'll level it up just because, and then we'll pass. But next turn, it looks like we're gonna close this out. And then we'll hop into final thoughts. And right now, the deck list is at 11 and 9. So if we get this win, I don't know math. Let me pull up a calculator, see how much this increases by. It'll go up to a 57% win rate. Hell yeah, dude. Fucking got him. Fucking killer deck list out here. Body of research. Yeah, don't craft this deck. Please don't. It's fun. Well, I mean, if you have the cards already, like, try it out. Again, it's fun. You just make a really big fractal, and you just throw it at face. Like, it's a very, very simple game plan. And I enjoy playing it. I do. Here, do I want to block? I don't think it really matters. I'll just say no blocks. Yeah, again, this deck definitely not meant to be competitive. It's totally here just to be for fun. And I mean, that's what Magic should be all about, really. It should be about having fun. If you're not a pro player, if you're not in a tournament or something, right, you should be playing to have fun. And, you know, or if you're not, you know, practicing for like a tournament or a pro tour or something like that, have fun with it. It's a game. This is a game. I get stressed out by the game. I'm not gonna lie, more than I should, but I try not to. All right, so here we go. Body of research, auto pay. We have a 41-41 hitting the field. There is like one card that they could have that would remove our fractal. And I think it's like, I just looked it up earlier. There's like one removal spell that I would be worried about. I'm just gonna fling it now. I wanted to see if they had it. What is it? I literally looked up this card earlier. Oh, Fatal Push. Fatal Push, I think, is the only one-drop removal spell that I had to fear. 1 black for an instant, destroy target creature if it has converted mana cost 2 or less. Yeah, that would get our Fractal. So that was the only thing that I was trying to bait out a little bit by moving into second main phase. But that's another win. And so I will see you guys in final thoughts. Alright guys, here we are, final thoughts for the deck. I kind of went over it a little bit during that last match. It's a fun deck. It's fun if you have the cards. I say you give it a shot. You know, the Body of Research plus Fling combo, I think it's pretty funny, pretty enjoyable. Again, definitely not meant to be competitive. And I would not really recommend using your wild cards on this deck. There are a lot of really good cards in the list, though, that, I mean, they wouldn't hurt you to craft. Fable of the Mirror Breaker is nuts, right? Seize the Spoils is not bad. It's only a common. Cultivate's a good card. Jewel Thief, that's a good card. Big Score, good card. Solve the Equation, great for budget decks. Super, super great. I love this card. In fact, I plan on making YouTube Shorts, another series of them, of my top 5 favorite budget cards. Because, like, Solve the Equation, it was not at all a top card in, like, usage, win rate percentage, and stuff. It just doesn't see a lot of play, really, for the data that Untapped tracks. And, yeah, but I try to give it a little recognition, I think, in my honorable mentions. But that would for sure be top 5 favorites blue budget cards for me. The Prosperous Innkeeper, solid card. Kazandu Nectarpot and Druid Class, they're good for landfall decks. Fling is just hilarious. Honestly, the only card that is a little bit like iffy about crafting would be Body of Research, because it's not that great of a card unless you build around it like we did today. And it's a mythic, you know. But there's only 1 copy, so, you know, it's up to you guys. That's about all I have for the deck. And so I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.